Hey guys, welcome back to the Unfiltered Gamer board game review. Today's game tip-up is called Dungeon Draft by Upper Deck Games. It is for 2 to 5 players, ages 13 and up. Plays between 20 to 30 minutes depending on the number of players. In the game Dungeon Draft, you're going to be getting a huge stack of cards. This is just half of it. And you're going to be doing a little bit of a dungeon draft, which in fact means you're going to get quest cards, choose 3 out of the 5 of those. Then you're going to get a hand of 7 cards. You're going to choose one and pass your hand. They're going to choose one and pass their hand. So on and so forth going around the table, just like any other kind of draft. Maybe you might have heard Magic the Gathering type of draft. That's the same kind of style here we're going along. Also, you're going to be getting gold, 9 gold to be precise to start the game off with, and every single one of your cards is going to have a value on it. When it comes your turn, you simply will be able to play all the cards in your hand that you possibly can based on the amount of gold you have, as well as fighting any monsters you can kill based on how much attack you have. So if you got 5 attack and you got a monster with 4 health, you can kill that monster and get whatever you want. Nevertheless, so the game is going to continue until all 4 rounds have been proceeded by, 4 different drafts, I guess you could say. Draft, 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 and then afterwards, all of your tableau, all the cards you've played throughout the game, is going to be added up for points, as well as any hidden points and any special quest points you might have gotten. Whoever has the most points wins. Let me show you the game. So here we have Dungeon Draft. As you can see, there's a big stack of cards here. This is all one single deck. Everybody's going to be getting 7 of these cards each, as well as there's a little Dungeon Draft quest deck. Everybody gets 5 of these cards, and at the beginning of the game, they get to choose 3 out of the 5 to use throughout the game. You're also going to have money and Exp Tokens. To start the game, everybody gets $9 dues, and the rest gets set to the side. Every player's got their 7 cards to start with, and we choose a person to go first. We'll have this person go first, and first he's going to select cards from his quest deck. Now, the top of all the quest cards is going to be the cost, or requirement, I should say, of each of the cards. This card, you need 4 red and 4 blue cards in your tableau to play it, and you can play it for free if you have those cards. This is simply 4 red, this is 4 purple, 4 red, 4 green. You get the idea, right? Also, over here, this other one here is just simply the same thing. There's just going to be different colors, different styles. This one here requires 3 of each different type of color. Each player is going to select 3 and get rid of these guys here. So these are gone. And then they're going to go to the side over here in their respective play areas. Next thing going to happen is this player is going to start. He's going to look at his hand and nobody else gets to see it but him. And he gets to basically pick any card he wants. So he's going to look and say, okay, I'm going to pick this one here. League of the Phoenix. It's a good card because he gains 2 XP for each other League of the Phoenix that's already in your control. Then this player is going to select a card as well. Maybe he'll pick, this guy here. And they'll pass to the side. Now this guy over here is a good example of different types of cards after they pass the decks. This one here has a value of 6. It is a hero because it has an H on it. Each colored card has a symbology on it. So this over here is purple and this is over here is green. It's like death and I think wilderness or something. Down here represents how much points it's going to be worth at the end of the game. And this here is the attack it's going to have. Every single attack is static, so it'll last until the end of the game and it'll help you kill monsters. And finally, the value of gold that this will be producing at the end of every single round. Finally, there's going to be this little text here that tells you what it does, and sometimes it does instantly, or sometimes it lasts until the end of the round. You may play a card that costs 3, 2, or 1 gold for free this round, so that's going to be pretty good. But more or less, they're going to keep drafting, and then you're just going to keep picking one. He's going to pick another League of the Phoenix, probably, and he might go for this little guy here in hopes that he's going to get something that it can attack with. They pass the decks again, and keep going here. Another League of the Phoenix. Look at that. That's pretty good. Passing the decks once again. This guy needs another attack, so he's going to pick something like this guy here. Now that we see here, he's got 4 attack, 2, and 1. Now, he doesn't actually have him in play yet, but he's still drafting. But this here is a monster, and every single card with an attack value or attack damage symbol here is going to represent a monster. This is going to be what the card does for you when you kill it, and on the side here is what it's going to produce for you instantaneously. Once you kill that monster, it goes to the graveyard. But nevertheless, he has to have the attack in order to kill this specific monster. And so that would be how that would go. Oh, another League of the Phoenix. This guy is doing, it must be real happy. He'll play it, he'll take this, and he'll take this, and we'll just go ahead and do a quick thing here. Something like this. There you go. So now the draft is done. Okay, now the rounds are going to begin, and as the first player, he has 9 gold to spend. And as you can see, he's got a lot of this League of the Phoenix, which is really cool. So he's probably going to play all of them, I would imagine. Not only that, because they're also cheap, and they're going to help him produce his quest cards here. Like this one says it can activate, name a class, and then reveal the top card of the draft deck. If that card matches the named class, you can play it for free. It also has a value of 5 points. So for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, he could play all these, so he's actually going to pass on one of them, unfortunately. And after that, he has 8. He'll have to spend 8 to the pool. And it also says here, gain 2 XP for each other League of the Phoenix card you control. So nothing for that one. And then when he plays this one, he's going to gain 2 experience. And it actually gives you experience from the pool here. Then he's going to gain 4 experience. And then finally, he's going to gain 2, 4, 6 experience. And after that, he's done. He's got no more gold to spend, really. Well, he has more gold to spend, 1 more, but he doesn't have enough to buy any of these cards. So these cards are going to go into the graveyard, and then the next player is going to take their turn. And there, he's got a couple things he wants to do. The first thing he wants to do is play this guy here, and it's going to cost him 2 gold. And then he could also play this little guy here. This is the golden ram, because he has 2 attack. He can kill any monster with the value of 2 or lower in his hand. So this would go ahead and get discarded. And he gets to draw 2 cards from the deck, because that's what the card says. And he's got a League of the Phoenix here as well, but I don't think he wants that. He could play this one if he wants, but that's going to cost him a lot. That'll cost him the rest of his gold, and he won't be able to kill this guy. This guy is 7, so he's probably not going to do that. Let's see what he can do. He'll play this card here. I think that's a good idea. That'll cost him 6, but it says he can play a 1, 2, or 3 card for free from his hand. And so he'll play maybe this one. Trying to see what he wanted. Let me see. How about this one here? That's fine. And that would get his free card. He also is going to get 1 victory point there, plus he gets his attack and his gold maintenance at the end of the round. And then he plays this for free. And this says if he has 2 purple cards at the time, his attack is increased by +3 this round. But he doesn't have 2 purple cards, unfortunately. He has 1, but he can't afford to play it. And he's out of gold. He only has 1 left, and he can't play any of these cards, so they all get discarded, unfortunately. That is the end of the round. Once you're unable to play anything, he looks at his hand to see if he can put anything up. He can't. He takes 3 green, or 3 purple. He doesn't have that either. And so he can't do that. But like I said, though, this guy actually, he played his card, and he can activate this card whenever he wants. He just simply calls the top card of the deck, flips it over. He says green. If it is green, he gets it. If it's not, this is purple, he wouldn't get the card. And these cards stay on each player's tableau. Then, at the end of every round, everybody's going to get 5 points, 5 gold value, as well as any gold production value in the bottom of the card. So this one here has 1, so he's going to get this one as well. Then the next round begins. You're going to take 7 cards for each player, and then start the draft again, and you're going to continue to build off this tableau. Obviously, this player wants to go for more League of the Phoenixes and whatnot, as well as building his quest items, and this player might be going for attacking to kill monsters. After 4 rounds are up, whoever has the most of these points right here, from either here in this location, or here, or over here in this quest, is going to be the winner of the game. Play up to 5 players, pretty solid. Okay, so I'm hard-pressed to say anything negative about Dungeon Draft, so what I will do instead, because I really like this game, is I'll explain a couple things that we got wrong to begin with, and so hopefully you won't have to. When you attack a monster, there's going to be stuff in the currency on the side of the card, currency, experience points, and all that. When you kill it, it instantly dies, and you're going to get that currency from the pool, and you can use it on your turn. Whenever you have a card that shows symbols at the bottom of it that includes text, you have to have those 3 symbols, and this card itself counts for one of those 3 symbols. So this says 3 green, so by playing this card, you only need to have 2 other green. Also, when you kill a monster, if that monster is like this guy here, Gwendolyn the Gatekeeper, it's going to cost 4 to kill it. Now, all you have to do is have 4 points of damage, and you can kill four of these guys, even though they have 4 health, even if you only have 4 attack. It doesn't matter how many monsters there are, as long as you have the number that will suffice to kill it. As well as activating cards. You can activate the cards only once. It's basically like you set it to the side or flip it over or whatever. You only use it once, though, and you get to choose all the different types of cards. You have to have the specific types of cards on your tableau in order for you to flip these cards over, and it can be done at any point in time. Sometimes it's better to do that than other times. Nevertheless, though, that's pretty much the basic idea of the game. Whenever you play a card with a text value, you have to do it instantly. It's solid. I like this game a lot. It is exactly as it says it is. It's a dungeon draft. You feel like you're going to fight into a dungeon, and you're progressively improving throughout the rounds. And as you do that, you're going to get more gold, you're going to get more experience, you're going to improve your tableau, and every time you build your tableau, it's going to be different. You could play one card on the whole entire round, or you can play all the cards in your hand. And as you continue through each round, you're going to be able to play more things more and more and more, because you're going to be getting more gold, you're going to have more attack, you're going to be doing a lot of different things. You're also going to be combining tons of different cards, and there's a bunch of combination cards in here. In fact, there's 2 of them that if you get both of them, you get 10 points at the end of the game for having 2 of them. Or like we were showing you before, these League of the Phoenix cards. If you can collect a whole bunch of them, every time you play one, you're going to get a ton of points. So it has a lot of value to it. And this game is so diverse and different and unique. All the art is great. This is probably my favorite, no, it is my favorite Upper Deck game, hands down, that I've seen so far. Really, really enjoy this game. It's been incredibly enjoyable every single time. It's a game, it's quick to play, it's simple to understand, just go throughout it. And you can, 2 players is just as fun as 5 players is. It doesn't matter how many players you're playing this game with. If you like to draft, this is a solid drafting game. It's definitely staying in my collection. I simply love this game. Wonderful, wonderful game. Staying in my collection. That's all I gotta say about it. Hey guys, thanks for watching another Unfiltered Gamer board game review. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, go check the rest of our videos here on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and comment, as well as check our website, unfilteredgamer.com. We got tons of blog posts, giveaways, and Kickstarter lists. Do go ahead and help us out. Also, go ahead and check out the board game we are currently going on there. Pretty cool game, right? Alright, well, also go ahead and check out our affiliate websites, everythingboardgames.com, The Giveaway Geek, and as well as my buddy old pal, cardboard stacker Ferdinand. Great guys, got tons of reviews as well. Alright guys, that's all I got for this one. I look forward to seeing you next time.